Hello everyone and welcome to this another episode of 3D prototyping in Unity. My name is Kasanas. Guys, in this episode we're starting off really slow here. We are going to be setting up our first 3D package. If you've already followed along with my 2D prototyping series, the initial one, the side-scrolling one, then it's going to be very similar to you already. It's a review basically. For those of you who are brand spanking new, welcome to my channel and welcome to this series. What we're going to be looking at, like I said, is starting a brand new Unity project. Alright, it's going to be a 3D package. You've already seen the game that we're creating. We're creating it, it's 2.5D really. A 2.5D side-scroller. Kind of a zombie shooter, I don't know. It's not really a game, it's the base of a game. Alright, we're going to be looking at everything we need to do to make a game itself, and it'll be up to you guys to create an actual game. Now what I've created has a beginning and a middle and an end, but it's not really a full game, obviously. It only takes a couple seconds to play. I am building these courses. I'm building these courses here on YouTube for my students, my real-life students at George Brown. I'm teaching 2 courses next semester. I'm teaching procedural animation as well as a course called special effects. So we're going to have a lot of videos up here. These videos are being made for those students to be able to follow along outside of class in case they need additional help. They can watch these over and over again. But you guys out there who aren't my actual real-life students can also follow along. Alright, everything you'll need to know to be able to do what my students are doing in class is going to be right here for you. Okay, so let's start off right away with building our first 3D package. It's really simple. Unity, I'm using 5.1.3. The current version of Unity at the time of me recording this is 5.2. So obviously I am one version behind, and I'm keeping this version as it is simply because I am teaching a course right now where I'm using I've done everything in 5.1. And I want to make sure that I'm on the same stable version so I don't get a lot of things changing. If, however, you are using 5.2 and you notice some drastic changes in the 2 versions, then please let me know down in the comments. I haven't used 5.2 yet. I'll start using it as soon as the next semester starts. But for now, 5.1.3 is where I'm at. So, to start off with, my window, hopefully yours looks the same. I'm going to click New Project, and it's going to pop up this brand new window. All right, this is where you're going to choose where your project's going, and I'm going to save it in Unity, in my Unity directory. I have one directory where I save all my Unity files, and I'm going to give it a brand new name. Let's call it Zombie Side Scroller. That's a squealier scroller. All right, we're going to call it that, Zombie Side Scroller. I'm going to make sure that I've got 3D package set, and I'm not going to choose any asset packages for now. In the later episodes, we'll actually take a look at the asset packages and bringing some of them in, but for now, we're going to have a blank file. All right, make sure it's set to 3D and say Create New Project. It's going to go through and it's going to create for you that brand new project, and boom, here it is. Now, there's a few things that are going to be different if you already created this as a 2D package before, or you followed along the other one. It's not going to be in 2D. Everything's going to be kind of in 3D to start off with. I'm not going to go through the different layouts that are available and that kind of stuff. You guys will have to go through and watch the other videos to figure out that kind of stuff. But for now, we're going to take a look at the difference. We've got ourselves a main camera, which is still identical. It's an identical main camera. It's still positioned in the scene, the same as the other one was. And we've got ourselves a directional light. And that's all we've really got. That's all we've really got in this scene. Everything else is blank. Now, the way I like to set up my brand new projects is to add a number of different files. Adding files, very, very simplistic. You can either do it one of several ways. By right-clicking in this empty folder space right here, right-click and say Create, and say Brand New Folder. And in my case, I'm going to add something called Models. All right. You can also go up here and Create and say Create Folder, which I did inside of Models. I shouldn't have. And let's call this Scripts. And I'm going to move it out of Models because that's not where it should have been. I should have made sure, come out of there, you. I should have made sure that this was actually in Assets. So I'm going to go through and add a number of things. Models, Scripts, I need Create Folder, I need Animation, I need one called Create Folder, I need something called Audio. I make several folders just like this. This is how I start everything off, by making several folders. Now, what this is doing, if I actually go over here and I take a look at, let me grab this from over here. If I actually take a look at the directory structure, here it is, my KUnity. It's being built right here, zombie side scroller. And this asset folder right here is the same as this asset folder right here. We are seeing exactly the same thing. If I double click on my assets here, we can see that I've got all the same folders being created down there. So let's say I have animation, audio, models, scripts. Let's say I create something called prefabs. I like to make a prefabs folder. And watch, boom, if I take a look over here, prefabs is automatically saved in here as well. All right, all I'm trying to show you is that the structure that you build within your Unity project is actually the directory structure that you are going to build here as well. All right, anything you build here automatically updates the directory structure. So if you get a crash in Unity, unless something's got terribly corrupted, unless you haven't saved in a gabillion years, then you are going to maintain everything locally. You don't have to worry about that. Everything will be maintained locally. So if, let's say you are writing and you've written 10 scripts or whatever, and you're moving along really well, and suddenly your Unity crashes, you don't have to write those scripts all over again. They are saved to your directory. All right, they're saved actually to your computer. So don't worry about that. I'm going to leave that for now. Animation, audio, models, prefabs, and scripts. I'll leave that for now. As I need to, I will add additional folders as I move forward. What I want you to do right now is I simply want you to say File, and I want you to say Save Scene. And when you do so, it's going to pop up this brand new window, and you're going to give it a name. And I'm going to call this Main. It doesn't matter what you call it. I'm going to call it Main, and you're going to see it's going to pop up this little sucker right here. And basically what that is the save of the scene itself. Now if you haven't watched the other tutorials within Unity, we've got ourselves an area where we're building everything. And as we move forward in our game, building our game, we're going to see exactly how it's built. Everything's going to be built in this window up here, and whenever I save that scene in Main, it's going to automatically save that information. All right, guys, that is how you create your very first 3D project. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, let me know with a thumbs up. If not, a thumbs down is perfectly fine. This, like I said, is a learning opportunity for you. I know how to do this stuff, guys. That's why I'm teaching on here. I know how to do it. If you don't like how I'm teaching or you think I'm doing something wrong, then let me know with a thumbs down. Make sure you tell me in the comments why you gave me a thumbs down. Say, hey, I don't like how fast you went, or I don't like something. Let me know why, and I'll try and make changes, guys. These videos are for you. All right? Thumbs up, thumbs down, comments down below, and if you haven't done so, please take a few seconds to subscribe. Have yourselves a wonderful day, everyone.